Now, y'all get in here. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Okay. Ashley broke her silence. Did she stay silent? Do we really care? And what happened to real journalism? Okay. Like I always say, anybody can go on Amazon and order them a good old mic, go find somebody to sit on their couch and their podcast. Now, I watched this interview. Y'all see where I stopped at now. Okay. Because at some point it's like, girl, I want my time back. Okay. I thought we came here to break our silence, tell the truth, my truth. But in the end, what did it give? What did it give? All right. So make sure y'all tap in, y'all subscribe, y'all like. And as a thank you, okay, send me some super chats. I'm gonna end up putting my Cashapp on here. Cashapp DenisebradyLBC is my Cashapp because I need some monies for the times put into this. Now, AD girl, you've been on a good run. You really have, okay? You've been having guests sit on your couch, tell you everything, but then we all got to catch a loss sometime, right? And to me, this was her loss in some ways, okay? Now, Ashley, my girl, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to recognize you got to stop protecting that man? You protecting him more than you are protecting your peace. Okay? Because sometimes I say, how can you say you want peace when you might be the drama? Or you might be sleeping with the drama and wondering why you ain't got no peace. All right? So, AD, we haven't talked. We sent some little how you doings, little things, but me and you have not spoken. You know her little voice. Okay? Now, what is the reality? What's the reality? Because apparently we did not get it here. Now, let's get into it, y'all. Ashley, girl, you want to be married. You want the ring. You want to be part of what you quote, you miss the secret wives club. Okay, now I took down some notes. I'm not going to play the whole thing because y'all know copyright strike. Your girl ain't trying to lose her channel now. Okay? She feels like where she has come from to where she is now, she discusses some of the things she missed. And one of the things she said she missed was the secret wives club. It's almost like, in her words, when you get married, you're a real adult. And people look at you different. They treat you different. You're able to have conversations with people in your lives that probably can't relate because they ain't married. Okay. Now, half of y'all don't want to be a part of this secret wives club because it comes with a lot of stress, drama, and you much rather be single. Okay. I've been married for quite some time. A little bit over 13 years at this point. Is there a real secret wives club? Maybe I haven't figured it out. Maybe I'm protecting my peace, so I have chosen not to seek it out. Okay, because coming into this secret wives club, whatever that is, it's a bunch of mess, a bunch of drama. Okay, maybe some of y'all can let me know in the chat. Is it a real thing? Okay, or is it something that people romanticize, like the idea of marriage? All right. And she talks about how people just I just feel like as a wife, people saw me different. And what I say in my other Love is Blind videos, some people are so caught up with the idea of being a wife, the idea of marriage, that they rush. Because in my mind, I need to close the gap. What's missing for me is that ring, and that ring will give me everything. The kids, the family, the respect that I've been looking for, the connection and the love. Because instead of me looking at myself and pouring into myself, I am looking out there for it. And this is just not about AD, but other women too. Y'all be so results driven that y'all ignore the red flags because in your mind, you have a goal. You know what that goal is? Marriage. That goal is a baby. That goal is, finally, this is what's been missing in my life. This is going to solve all my problems. Being married and having people respect me. Quiet as it's kept, you might get more respect single, girl. And a whole lot less problems. Okay? So she's talking about this Secret Wives Club in addition to y'all, the people, have pushed her into therapy. And it almost to me gave this negative connotation that y'all be on the internet talking about me so bad that I need therapy. When, sis, you probably should have been in therapy before this show. In addition to, therapy is not a bad thing. No one should have to push you into deciding to work on yourself, deciding to self-reflect, deciding to open up and figuring out how the fuck I get here. So for her to say, y'all pushed me into therapy, we did. No, you did. Okay? How about all the times that we were rooting for you? We wanted the best for you. And we thought the best was better than that man, Tyler. But you, baby girl, decided to ignore what people thought was better for you because you thought you knew it all. You thought you knew everything about this man that what the internet say, they just some haters, they just jealous. But in reality, it's nothing wrong with going to therapy. And I would have much rather her have just said, I decided at this point, I need some more support. I need to work through some things. I need to take a look at myself and heal from this experience instead of, well, the internet pushed me into therapy. Once again, where's the accountability? The self-accountability. But instead, okay, let's blame the internet. Because it's easy. Okay, it's easy to put it on the internet. Why didn't I listen? Why didn't I start looking sooner for my own evidence? Blame the internet. Okay, so I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna need y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to take some accountability of how you got here and not blame it on the internet. Okay? Now, she also goes on to talk about having panic attacks. Now, if my body is telling me something that it's reacting to, I gotta start listening to my body. My body is going into defense mode and it's fighting against something. What is the stimuli in my life that's bringing in these things that my body cannot control? That my body is telling me, girl, baby girl, this ain't for us. It's not for us. And it's interesting because she said she had 2 panic attacks. Who came to her rescue? The stimuli. Tyler. The one having your body go on defense and fight a war. Held you in his arms as you were having a panic attack and still lied. Was still lying. Because you know, pathological liars, they just gonna lie to lie. And so at that point, I would have really thought about, damn. All these people are saying things. My family's saying shit. My friends probably saying shit. And now my body is too. Y'all need to sit back and listen to your bodies. What is my body trying to tell me? What is my body trying to tell me? But people are so caught up in, I know it all. I have the answers. Nothing and nobody can tell me different because I know my man. I know my husband. Okay. Now, if you came to get get these words, put some stars in the chat. And if y'all came to church, put some church in the chat. Okay. Now she talks about having these panic attacks and how people don't want to see her thrive. Nobody wants to see her thrive. They jealous. They want what she got. We don't want you to thrive, girl. Once again, we were trying to help you, but you didn't want our help. You thought you had all the answers. No matter what Jesse said, Storytime with Ricky, the other bloggers, the ex-baby mamas, I'm sure your own mama, your own daddy. No, y'all don't want to see her thrive. We want to see you unhappy. So that's why people did these interviews. That's why there was a 5-part series on the baby mama drama. That's why the ex came out, only because we don't want to see you thrive. Now, once again, I had hopes for this interview. I really did. Now, was it its success? She gonna get the numbers. She gonna make the bag. But what does success look like on the internet nowadays? As long as the numbers say success, as long as the money says success, right? Okay. And it was once again a reminder that real journalism is dead. Now, AD, my girl, if you're going to have Ashley come on here and talk about breaking her silence, I'm going to need you to do some research. AD says she did not listen to, watch any of the other interviews with the baby mamas, the exes, the investigative report done by Jesse and Ricky. She didn't see any of that. So it's just another reminder, plug in the mic, hook you up to the mic, sit on the couch so I can make these numbers. I can make these dollars. Do the research. Take your time. I'm sure y'all knew this interview was going to happen for some time, yet where was the effort? We see so many of these people, Shannon Sharp, Dear Future Wifey, they come on here with no research. I don't know if it's that y'all don't want to give Jesse Wu and Storytime with Ricky they credits. Y'all feel like y'all are below these type of channels, so you don't. My mouse not working. Y'all are below these bloggers and YouTubers, so you feel like you ain't got to. I don't know, really. I really don't know. But I need you guys to take some time to do research. Nobody does research. You know, tangent. Even when I listen to the Breakfast Club now, my girl, Jess, what are you doing? You don't do research either. You don't do research either. The other day, she didn't even know Donald Trump had a son. I don't know what y'all doing with these mics no more. But real journalism seems to be dead. And now we finally get to the part of how how Ashley figured out what we already saw and knew. She decided to go through his computer and she found some old Google Meets, chats, whatever. And there was a lot of evidence, a lot of conversation that didn't match what he was saying, but what everybody on the internet was saying. But some people got to figure it out for themselves. Because it's much easier to live in a river of denial, even though you said 1 month in, y'all was having issues, that the relationship became toxic. But yet there's still something. Maybe it was a secret wives club. Maybe it was giving up hope of what you came in this for, that you still hung on to Well, everybody's saying it's something, but I don't know. It can't be really true, right? Because he told me one thing, and that is maybe another point that, sleeping with a liar, they know where to get you. They know your weak spots. They know how to get you to keep believing. And even after that, you can see there was a point where AED was getting very frustrated, but still kept it very professional, because Ashley would not really tell what really happened. She still continues to protect this man. And I don't know why, because he was never protecting you, sis. He was only protecting himself. But for some reason, she still feels a need to protect a man who, to me, probably never loved you. Probably loved the image of you. Probably loved the access of you. Probably loved what he gained from you. And a lot of y'all are trying to heal from men who do the same thing. The image you represent, the access you give them, what they can gain, and that this is easy. So why walk away? Why walk away? I enjoy access to you. I enjoy what you represent. I enjoy the idea of you. And you won't be the last. Apparently, he's already back on the apps looking for his next victim. And they're not even officially divorced yet. She still has to wait, I believe, a couple more months before she can actually file the paperwork, which they have to change them laws. If somebody want to file for divorce, they should be able to and not have to wait no time period. Get this person out my life right now. I should not have to wait. I should not have to wait. But I just don't understand why she continues to protect someone who never protected her. And why do you guys think it's so hard for women to accept, not just see, accept the red flags? What is it about telling myself and saying out loud, it's time to let this go? Believe people when they show you who they are. I gotta believe it. I gotta stop lying to myself. I have to stop ignoring, because what is happening to me is really happening. It's not in my head. Stop internally gaslighting yourself. Well, maybe, could it be? No, it's just in my head. Is this a real red flag, or is it just something I should just be cautious about? It's a red motherfucking flag. Okay, I need y'all to wake up and stop wasting y'all time. Because a lot of y'all are Ashleys. A lot of y'all are Ashleys. But you're afraid to admit that you're an Ashley. Because it's easier to point fingers. Okay? And also knowing that before they went on the reunion, she had her doubts. And she begged him before going out on that stage, please, just tell me the truth. Please don't throw me out there to the wolves. Let me know right now before we go out there and I embarrass myself. And we all remember the reunion. I don't have to answer to nobody. What happened between me and Ashley is between me and Ashley. It was Black love. It was, we're going to stand in solidarity together. It was just my boo thing. And we in this for life. But behind closed doors, they were struggling. And there's another cautionary tale of y'all having couples goals with people y'all see on the internet. Because y'all really don't know these people. Y'all really don't know what they're going through. But once again, it's these parasocial relationships we develop where it's a one-sided relationship. Because I need someone to latch on to and feel better about my life. Someone to show me that it could really happen. Because Ashley is another example of, okay, I've been through some bullshit. I've been through some men, but it's happening for Ashley. So it can happen for me. No. Develop your own sense of self, your own identity. Don't get caught up in comparing your life to people on the internet because you only see a highlight reel. You really do. Fortunately for Ashley, she didn't get pregnant and now be attached to this man for the rest of her life. Nobody wants that. But this is a lot of people. But I was disappointed because she could have kept her silence. She could have kept her silence. It wasn't nothing she said that was really earth-shattering. That really changed nothing. I don't understand why she felt the need to still protect him. There's a lot of growth, a lot of work to still be done. Ashley is still, to me, not comfortable with telling everything. And I don't know why. I really don't know why at this point you want to still protect him. I don't know. I really hope that in the future, these people who have podcasts and have people come on who are trying to create, it's a safe space. Ashley, it's a safe space. This is your platform to tell your truth, as AD said. These podcasts are not safe spaces. They are not. Okay? Now, I'm glad she has a therapist because a lot of work to do. Sis, you got a lot of things to work on. Okay? And I hope that you are able to, just really free yourself. I hope a lot of you guys are really able to free yourselves from the relationships that still hold you captive and learn that you don't have to protect anybody but yourself. Protecting you. And what does it look like for you to protect your peace? Okay? But I just wish that there were, on AD's part, maybe with a line of questioning, y'all let me know. Breaking her silence. Shit, she should have kept her mouth quiet because you didn't tell me nothing. You really didn't tell me. I thought, not that you owe any of us anything, but yeah. So these are my little cliff notes. This was the highlights of the interview. Ashley, girl, I hope you move on with your life. I hope, AD, you do some real background research. I'm sure there's a team, a producer who does all this stuff for your podcast. Tap in. Have them really go out there and do what they need to do. And give credit to Jesse, Storytime, Ricky. There's nothing wrong with giving these girls a credit. They really were the ones in the mud doing the investigative reporting and getting the world what they needed, which was the truth. All right. But let me know why you guys think that she stays so long. Have you ever been in a situation like this? And sometimes maybe it's just the love. Love. And the idea of love that keeps people in these relationships and keeps people, I can make it work. It's going to be different. It's not going to be like everybody else. We can make it work. But when there's so many lies at the foundation of your relationship, that soil is toxic. You can't build on a toxic soil a long-term, healthy relationship. You really can't. So, a little bit delusional, a little bit denial. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. We can talk about it. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, I'm Denise Brady, and I will see you in the next video.